They were never entitled to your light. They were just the first ones to recognize it. There is something the narcissist understands about you that you are still learning about yourself. They felt your frequency before you fully owned it. They detected the depth of your gifting, your emotional intelligence, your creative genius, your capacity to heal, to build, to magnetize, and they made a spiritual decision that what was yours would become theirs. This is the root of narcissistic entitlement. It is not confidence. It is predatory recognition. They cannot generate what you carry, so they come to extract it. They steal your creative output, positioning themselves as the visionary while you provide the ideas, the labor, the life force. They steal your social capital, leveraging your relationships, your reputation, your warmth, your access, building their image on the foundation of your name. They steal your emotional regulation, feeding off your capacity to remain calm in chaos because they have never developed their own nervous system mastery. They steal your spiritual assignments, the very purpose, the calling, the divine mission you were encoded with before you arrived here. They attempt to reroute it through themselves. This is called energetic parasitism, and it ends the moment you recognize it for what it is. So how do you walk in the authority that was always yours? You stop performing your power and start inhabiting it. Chosen ones do not argue with thieves. You do not negotiate with someone who was never a rightful heir to what God, Source, the universe, placed in you. You activate discernment as a spiritual weapon. You audit every relationship, every collaboration, every space for the signature of extraction, and you exit without explanation, without guilt, without looking back. You reclaim your creative and spiritual output as sacred. What you build, what you envision, what you heal. You stop making it accessible to those who have not earned proximity to your purpose. You embody your soul's original frequency, not the version that was trauma-bonded, shrunk, or apologetic, but the pre-contamination version, the one that existed before they arrived. You walk as the assignment, not the victim of it. Because here is what the narcissist never accounted for. You cannot permanently steal from someone whose source is infinite. Everything they took was already being replenished at a level they do not have the spiritual architecture to access. You have already won. You just needed the clarity to see it. If you found this space today, that was not an accident. You were guided here because this is part of your reclamation. Drop in the comments if you are done being a resource for those who were never assigned to your destiny. Save this for the day you forget how powerful you actually are. And follow, because everything in this space is designed to remind you of who you were before the world tried to rewrite you. The victory was already yours. It was claimed before the battle began. They recognized your light before you fully claimed it, and they built a strategy around taking it. This is what narcissistic entitlement actually is at the spiritual and psychological level, predatory recognition. And this is how chosen ones stop being a resource and start walking in the sovereign authority they were always encoded with. The victory isn't coming. It already happened. You're just stepping into the evidence of it. Save this. Share it with the one who's still wondering why they keep attracting people who take without reciprocating. This is the answer they've been waiting for. Be sure to like, comment, and follow your tribe of alchemists.